What's up guys, Murray here with Murray's Mobile Mechanics and welcome to the channel. Today I'm working on a 2017 Audi A3 Quattro. This is the 2.0 liters and I'll show you how to replace the upper timing cover gasket and the camshaft adjuster magnetic seal. So I'll leave the part numbers for the gaskets in the link description below, and then let me walk you through to the vehicle and then we get going. So first of all, you're going to find this engine cover. I took it out just like so, and then we got the coolant reservoir right here. All I did is disconnect the electric connector. You can do it without taking this off the way, and then I used the vice grip to clamp off or take off tension on this clamp right here. So I pulled this hose off the way, and then I also used the same vice grip to actually take off tension on this clamp. This is the fuel line, so you better be careful. This car has been parked for quite some time, and then I moved the coolant reservoir to the side. So right here, let me see, these are the camshaft adjuster solenoids. They control the variable valve timing on the vehicle. There's 3 T10 screws. There's one here, one in the back right there, and there's one pretty much right there. And then on the other one, there's this one here, that one there, and pretty much that one right there. So you can see I got this one from this side. I'm using a T30 torx bit. This was a tight one and it's in a tight corner, so I took it off just like so. This one like so, and this one like so. This one pretty easy and straightforward like so, and this one like so, and this one like so. So some of them are pretty tight. Just take your time, don't rush, don't use an impact wrench. And now if you follow the dipstick, there's one. If you follow the dipstick, there's one down there. It's the same T30. I loosened it already, and then you got these 2 wires connecting to the variable valve timing camshaft adjuster solenoids. All you have to do is pull these gray tabs, pull them upwards, and then now you can press and then pull the wires off, and then you can tuck it on the side. And now let me take this off camera and then I'll bring you guys back. So after taking the screws, you gotta wiggle it from side to side, and then it should come off just like so. You gotta be gentle. It comes off just like so, and you can see the oil is leaking. So these are the camshaft adjuster magnetic seals I was talking about. They're the ones that leak a lot, so we are going to take that seal out. Let me take the solenoid out of there, and then we go from there. So the one we took out, which is this one here, is the rear one. We are going to clean it before we install it, and then we are going to take out the front one. It's going to be the same process. Just wiggle it and then it comes off, and you can see the oil right there. And then we'll put this one right here. So this is going to be the front one, and this is going to be the rear one. So we are going to clean them before we install them, and then we are going to actually clean inside there as well. So right now, let me take out these 10mm bolts. I'll show you the number once I take them off. This is how I got to the bolt that's holding the dipstick. This is how I took it out. It's the same T30, and then there's a plastic. You need just to pull it, and then there's an electric connector right there. Just pry it out. So what's up guys? So you got 7 bolts. There's 2 at the bottom, and then there's one right there, there's one right here, there's one right here, and then there's one right here. That one was a tricky one to get to, so let me take the cover out and then I'll bring you guys back. So the good thing is these bolts don't actually come off, they get stuck into the gasket. So once you pry it out, it should easily come off just like so. So I think my dipstick is in the way. I gotta find a way to pry it out. So let me find a way to take the dipstick out and then take the cover out. So the way we take these two gaskets, we're going to use a pick tool, just like so. Get them from the back and then take them out. So you can see they look stretched, and I think that's why they were leaking. So I'll show you the part number for these two. Installing them, I'll show you how they go back in. What's up, guys? So these are the two seals that I took out, and this is the new one. You can see these two look a little bit stretched. This one looks a little bit smaller. So I recommend you get this from the dealership. This is the part number right there. The dealership calls them just seal ring, and then FCP Euro calls them ignition adjuster magnetic seal. So that's the part number right there. I think I got these for 19 bucks, 20 bucks roughly, two of them. So I'm going to install them. All you gotta do is just put them in the groove, and pretty much that's it. So let me do that and then I'll bring you guys back. So now we'll go ahead and take the bolts out of this cover. Or what we're going to do, we'll take off the gasket first. The bolts get stuck into the gasket. So now you can see the bolts are falling off. We are going to clean this gasket. We'll use some brake clean. Now we'll go ahead and take off these gaskets, two of them. All you have to do is just take them off just like so. And I'm gonna grab myself my rag. Wipe the cover just like so, both inside and outside. And now I'm going to install the new gaskets. So got this from FCP Euro. That's a kit right there. Start with these two. So they have a groove in the middle. All you have to do is go with the groove and align it. And it goes in just like so. So this is the groove I'm talking about. You see this line right here? That's the groove. And this one goes inside. So it's better to start from inside. It's kind of a cone shape. You can see. And these two are fully seated. I'll go ahead and install this other one. So I found the right way it goes in. All you have to do is make sure they sit in the groove as well. Now put the bolts from the back and then we go from there. So when you put the bolts back onto the cover and the gasket, they should not fall down. You can see they're still holding. You have to push them all the way in. So this guy is good to go. I got the new seals inside right there. We'll put just a little bit of oil so that when we put our phases, our solenoids, they don't pinch the gasket. So let me put the cover back on and then we go from there. What's up, guys? So you can see we got the cover back on. I put just a little bit of oil on the seals inside there just to help the solenoids to slide in smoothly. I cleaned that one. I'm yet to clean this one, and then all you have to do is align them with the hose. You can't miss them. Once you align them, put the bolts back on, and then pretty much that's how they go back in. What's up, guys? So everything is back on. What's remaining is just plugging in the connectors and putting back the coolant reservoir. So for these ones, they bolt into the camshaft, so once they stop moving, that should be it. And then for these ones, you can just snag them. They're not pretty tight. Once they sit down, then that's it. So right now I'll go ahead and start connecting my connectors. Then you push the gray plug in. That's the locking tab, and then we'll come this way. We'll plug in our connector for the coolant sensor right there. I got this hose from this side. I'm gonna take this off first. I'm gonna reroute this hose this way. Then we'll sit our coolant reservoir just like so, and then we'll connect back this hose just like so. What's remaining is just putting the clamps back on. You can see our dipstick is also connected, the bolt right there, and then this plug-in plastic right there. So let me do that and then we go from there. What's up, guys? So pretty much everything is put back together. The coolant reservoir, the hoses, this is the fuel line, this is the coolant line, and right now all I'm going to do is raise the vehicle up and then check out, clean the bottom cover, and then see if there's any leaks, and then pretty much that's all it takes to replace those seals. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share for more tips on how to fix your vehicle. We'll see you on the next one.